to my channel. Today's video is exciting because it's my birthday. Today I'm going to be doing my birthday vlog. I turned 26, so I thought I would do 26 things I've learned in 26 years. If you didn't know already, I'm a Christmas Eve baby. I was barely a Christmas Eve baby and my mom held out so that I would be born on Christmas Eve. She went into labor on December 23rd and then I was born at like 12:30 in the morning. So, sorry mom, but you had to spend Christmas in the hospital because of me. But also, thank you, because it's kind of fun having a Christmas Eve birthday, kind of not. Mixed feelings. Anyhow, let's get into it. I'm going to tell you guys 26 things that I have learned in my 26 years of living. So the first thing is going to sound a little bit morbid, not morbid, but just like a little wham. But it's definitely something that I've learned this past year, and it's friends come and go. And me and my friends, we joke about that all the time. It's like something we joke with each other with, is like friends come and go, you know? Which it, like I said, it sounds kind of sad, but it's just become so true. And not only do like friends, like, I don't know, friends move and we move on, but just like sometimes you just outgrow people. You maybe were at the same place in your life years ago, but eventually you guys just grow apart, and that's okay. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to just distance yourself from certain people because maybe they were toxic or things like that. It's just okay. If you were once friends with somebody and now you're not, don't feel bad about it. That's just how life goes sometimes, and sometimes it's really sad. There are friends that I miss so much that like we were such good friends, but we're just at totally different places in our lives right now, and that's totally fine. It's so fine, and it's something that I have had a hard time coming to accept, but now I'm there and I'm like, you know what? Friends do come and go, and it's okay, and it's not a big deal, and it doesn't need to be a big deal. So that's the first thing. It is okay if you struggle with anxiety. It's okay, and there are so many other people around you who struggle with anxiety. So talk about it, be open about it if you're comfortable. I know that sometimes when you're in the thick of your anxiety, it's really, really hard to talk to people about it, but when you feel comfortable with it, talk to people about it, ask for help, ask your best friends for help, or just kind of tell them like what you're feeling so that if they notice it, they can help you. But it's okay to have anxiety, and there's so many people who struggle with it around you. That's something that I've definitely learned, especially in my postpartum journey. A lot of the anxieties and the blues / depression that I had postpartum, a lot of that I posted about and was open about, so many other people and mamas, they let me know that like, hey, you're not alone. I totally felt that. And I never would have known because nobody else talked about it, you know? So anyhow, just know that it's okay and you're not alone. Communication is key, and a huge part of communication is finding out how those around you and those you spend the most time with communicate as well, so that you guys are communicating well with one another and you know what each other needs and doesn't need when it comes to communication. That's something that I've definitely learned over these past 3.5 years of being married, is that me and Ruben, we communicate very differently. We have very different standards of communication as well. If we haven't, like when we're not really open about it and like open about, hey, you're not meeting my needs, or hey, like this or that, then it like causes conflict. But when we're really open about things and we communicate really well with one another, it's just so much easier. And so that goes for like any kind of relationships you have. Save money. Stop spending money on all these random things that you don't really need, and just save your money and start early. I wish that I had started when I was like, I guess I didn't even really get my first job until I was after like my first year of college, but I wish that I had saved then. And I wish I hadn't spent all my money all the time, because I think me and Ruben would be a lot better financially right now. But we haven't, like, we always have set like a goal of saving money, but then things happen, and I'm glad we've always had like something to fall back on, luckily. But I just think we could have been so much better, and I think if we were smarter about money earlier, we would be so much better off. So save your money, prioritize what you need, and don't always give yourself what you want, you know? I think that's the biggest thing is I'm like, oh, I want this, and I spent so many years buying all my wants and now struggling. So save your money. It will seriously help you so much. Along with that, stop charging things on your freaking credit card. Oh my gosh, I have justified so many purchases on my credit card because I'm like, well, I credit score, There are other ways to build credit, and also I built my credit score up years ago, so the fact that I'm still charging on my credit card is so unnecessary, and just stop doing it. Oh my gosh. Cut yourself off, stop charging on your credit card, find other ways to build your credit. I'm not a financial specialist, I have no idea how to do that, but I'm pretty sure that there are other ways to build credit other than buying and charging and building up your credit card bill. You do you, boo, boo. Stop caring what other people think, stop letting other people's opinions influence you, and just do you. Take time for yourself. This is something that I've kind of learned slowly over the years, but especially this past year with having Sebastian, it has really hit me how much I need to take time for myself. Do what you gotta do, but take time for yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. Take time for yourself so that you can give to those around you and give yourself more fully to those around you. Clean up after yourself. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just clean and see how much you can get done. I am still learning this lesson all the time where we just kind of like let things build up and then we have to take like an hour or a whole day to like clean something, whereas if we just took, 5-10 minutes after we made a mess and cleaned up, that's all it would be, and it would be so easy. So just clean up after yourself. It's okay to do nothing. It is okay to relax. It is okay to do nothing. It is okay to watch Netflix. And it is okay to not work. You don't always have to be busy. You can guilt-free just chill out. This next thing that I have learned is something that I just can't emphasize enough, and I've learned a lot of it through other people's mistakes, but it is invest in your photographer. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. And this has nothing to do with my business. This has everything to do with seeing so many people get screwed over or have these precious family memories gone forever. Whether it's family pictures, your wedding, engagements, newborns, whatever it is, just invest in your photographer and do some research. Stop letting people do it for free. Stop going for the cheapest option, because almost every single instance that I've heard of where people chose their cousin, their aunt, their best friend, their sister, whoever who did it for free or for extremely cheap, they deleted all their photos, they lost all the footage, they canceled on the wedding the day before. Stop. Invest in your photographers, save up if it's a priority for you, because it's not for everybody and that's totally fine. To each their own. But if it's a priority for you, invest in it and you will not regret it. But you will 100% regret not investing in it and either hating your pictures, never getting your pictures, or having them bail on you or completely just ghost you either the day before or afterwards. So invest in your photographer, invest in what's important to you. Photography is really important to me, but I have seen so many people time and time again, especially on their wedding days, which you can't do over. Like, your wedding day is one day, and so just invest. That's all I can say. I will say it 1,000 times. I will write a book on it. Seriously, invest in your photographer. That doesn't mean invest in me. I am a photographer, but I invest in whoever you want. I totally believe that everybody deserves a photographer that meets their style, their price range, and their, oh my gosh, and that they just mesh with. And that's just like a really good person. So do your research, invest in your photographer. If they're a little bit out of your price range, talk to them, see what you guys can work out, and just save. Make it a priority. Don't eat out for 3 months if you need to afford that photographer. Do what you gotta do, because you will never, ever regret it. Trust me. Along with photography is back up all your stuff. Back up all your photos, back up all your videos, back up all your memories that you have. If you have journals, I'm not super big into journaling, but if you have journals, start scanning them. start maybe typing them out. Like if you have family journals from your grandparents or great-great-grandparents, start typing them out and just getting a backup copy so that you have those memories, those words, those moments for forever. I have backups on backups because I am so OCD and paranoid about losing my pictures and my videos that I've gotten over the past like 5-10 years. So I just would suggest it for everybody. Get a backup that you protect with your life and that would be in your box of things that you would grab if your house was on fire and you could only grab like 3 things. Grab it, you know? So just back up everything. Stop relying on one copy. Oh, just do it. If you think something nice, speak it. You will never regret it, ever. Stop being afraid of growing up and stop letting society tell you that the older you get, the grosser you get. I just think about so many people. I have friends from high school. I have friends from middle school who never lived past 20 or 21, and they will never get the opportunity to grow old, to make all these memories, have a family, things like that. There are kids who are sick. There are so many people who pass away early or who don't get the opportunity to live a full life. So stop being so afraid of growing up. Stop letting society tell you it's a bad thing to get old. It's okay, and it's such a blessing and a beautiful opportunity that you have. Always double check who you're texting so that you don't like if you're like venting about somebody to somebody else, you're not venting about that person to them accidentally. Just avoid all the awkward situations. Double check who you're texting. Get out of the house. Stop cooping yourself up in the house and just get out of the house, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. Let yourself go outside, get some vitamin D. You cannot please everyone. No matter how hard you try, you just can't. So worry about pleasing yourself and making yourself happy and being the very best version of yourself that you can be. And everything else will be okay. And those who love you will love you no matter what. But you can't please everybody, so stop trying to and just worry about making yourself happy and keeping yourself your priority. It is okay to change your mind. I feel like we're in like this cancel culture where it's like if somebody did one thing way back in the day or even recently, but then they change their mind and they're like, just kidding, I'm gonna do this now. Everyone's like, well, remember when you did this? You're so fake, you can't change. Change is a part of life, and it is okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your opinions. It's okay to grow and to progress, and stop letting people tell you that you can't change and you can't change your mind or your opinions or what you think. You can, and it's okay. Along almost exactly those same lines, it's okay to say no. This also goes along with people pleasing. You don't have to say yes to everything. You can say no. You have to do what is best for you, what is best for your family, what is best for your situation. And you don't have to say yes to everything. You don't have to say yes to every opportunity. You don't have to say yes to every social activity. You can say no, and it is okay, and life will go on and everything will be fine. Change is inevitable, so stop resisting change and stop being so afraid of it and start embracing it. Get your tires rotated. Stop like killing your tires and then having to buy 4 tires brand new all at once because you didn't rotate your tires. Rotate your tires. If it's important to you, don't let other people talk you out of it. Don't let other people's opinions sway you. If it's important to you, make it a priority. I mean, you can take other people's opinions into consideration, but still make your own decision. Don't let other people influence you. Thrifting is amazing, and I can't believe it took you so long to find that out. Your sister has been thrifting literally since as long as you can remember, and you should have got on that train with her a long time ago, because you can get so much more bang for your buck and you can get so many more unique and cool pieces. So thrift. And if you who are watching this have not thrifted yet, highly recommend it. Almost nothing is black and white. I feel like the world is trying to tell us it's either this or it's that. You're either on this side or you're on that side, but there's no middle ground. There is so much gray area, and stop letting everything be either one or the other, and learn that there's so much middle ground. I don't know, I just feel like the world is trying to say, is trying to make a clear divide between everything, but I feel like there is just not a clear divide in so many situations. You cannot do everything, and stop trying to multitask. It's just not possible. I think that's something I've definitely learned in the past year. I remember one time I actually got kicked out of class in high school because my teacher told me it's impossible to multitask, and I said, well, I can walk and talk at the same time, can't I? She did not appreciate that. She kicked me out of class. Which, I mean, I guess is technically not wrong. You can walk and talk at the same time. However, when you're working on tasks, you cannot switch. It's so hard to switch, Shanoah. Like for you specifically, Shanoah. I don't know about other people, but for me, I have such a hard time switching tasks really quickly, and I just like, when I'm focused on something, I need to finish it and focus on it and get to a point where I'm like, okay, and then switch, because I just have a hard time juggling everything. So that's definitely something that I've learned, is that is real hard / nearly impossible / totally impossible to multitask. Ask for help. There is no shame in asking for help. There is no shame in not knowing how to do something or not knowing what something is. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say you don't know. And last but not least, learn to love yourself and learn to be alone and be okay with being alone. Something I definitely have learned, and it's not as bad as I think people make it look or sound, but motherhood really is a lonely thing. Even though you're with a tiny human literally all day, when you don't have friends or lots of interaction outside of your household, it does get pretty lonely. It's something that I've definitely learned how to, I've learned to like being alone again. I was really good at being alone and doing my own thing before me and Ruben started dating, and then I became very, very hyper dependent on him, and now I'm learning kind of how to be alone and do my own thing again and thrive within myself and not need him or anything or anybody else to be happy or to be the best version of myself anymore. Okay, Sebastian has joined us for the last minute of this video, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. This is my second to last Vlogmas video, and thank you guys for your support. I really, really appreciate it, and this has just been so much fun for me to do. But we're gonna go, we got things to do today, Yes. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell for upcoming videos. After Christmas, I will be taking a break until the new year, but then we'll get right back into it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and a really awesome New Year's. Please be safe. Don't go crazy. But we will see you guys in the next video tomorrow for the last day of Vlogmas. Bye guys.